Hello, anybody that joins. Essence Streaming here, Essence Games, going to do a try for Euro Truck Simulator again tonight. I was hesitant to do it because I've been noticing some pretty bad frame rates going on and stuff, and I got looking into my settings, and because on American Truck Simulator I can hold a solid 60 frames per second. So I was like, okay, what's going on? So I did some comparisons, and sadly came down to the fact that it is pro mods. I started up a new profile without pro mods on there. I still put in a lot of the other mods I use, and I held 60 frames like crazy. But I also very immediately began to miss all of the awesome things that Pro Mods brings to the game. And so I guess I'm just going to try and do it with doing my best to hold 30 frames. So I can hold 60 frames easy without Pro Mods, but with Pro Mods, at least where I am right now, 30 frames seems to be all I can do. So for that reason, I'm streaming at 30 frames since I'm not generating more than 30 frames anyway. And maybe you'll get a few more pixels because the frame rate's lower. So on that note, I am driving my Volvo FH16. In fact, there's my truck. I've got my Volvo FH16. I've recently upgraded to a 700 horsepower engine and the Volvo 12+2 tranny, and I will be transporting this Digger 1000, which looks like it's about 7 tons. My guess is it's, I guess 7.5 tons actually is about where it's at. From Verona, Bosch, over to Venezia, TNT Express. So that's what I'm looking to do. Anybody that joins, I'll try and keep some stream of thought going here. I do have a Tobii eye tracker. I only use it some of the time. It seems to, in some situations it's nice, in some situations it's not, and I would say even in some situations it's bearable, in some situations it's not. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's hard to have it move around on me like that. One of these days I'm gonna purchase a VR headset, but today is not that day. So back to the game. I will go ahead and start my delivery. I just barely picked up the trailer, so we should be ready to go. And right now I'm right at 30 frames. My GPU is only about 50%, but it doesn't seem to be GPU bound here. I just barely slept. And one problem here is I'm pretty sure that I'm already late on my delivery. But we'll do it anyway. I signed up for it last time I played as a World of Trucks, and then I never delivered it. So we'll deliver it now. Start in first gear. I've got my webcam on my shifter. And my controls down here. For anybody watching, the two big ones are the left stick up is range select, and the left stick down is to split the gears. So that's the big two. And I'm going to turn my volume down a bit because it's a little loud for trying to talk because I can't hear myself. So there we go. And you are not hearing any of my game sounds. Just a second. Oh, come on. Okay, I should have checked that before I started streaming, but you didn't hear any of the game sounds, so the game wasn't just quiet. Oh, and let's drop my tag lift. Okay, so this isn't too heavy of a trailer. I'm going to turn off that for a second. Oh, it is 15 tons. Oh, of course. A ton is 1,000 kilos, so it's 15 tons, not 8 tons. For that reason, let me stop for just a second here, and I'm going to go update my restream, or my stream title, because that is off by a long ways. I totally got thinking that a ton is 15 or 2,000 pounds, which it is, but it's basically, that's 1,000 kilos, so I was off by, I made my math too complicated. I wish we here in America would just overcome that problem by switching to metric. Wouldn't that be nice for everybody involved? Okay, so I am trying to, not that button, I am trying to make a left right here. So, let's get out of here. That also makes me feel better about the weight of this digger, because I was like, man, that digger is really light at only 8 tons, but at 15 tons that sounds a lot better. Okay, as I always say, I'm actually playing on an ultra wide, so I see more of the screen than you do, but I found that I can't scroll it, or I can't stream in ultra wide, so it was better for me to make a smaller canvas and stream at 1080p than to try and stream the larger canvas. So anyway, we'll get on out of here. I'm going to turn off the Toby now and over rev like crazy. Okay, so we're on the road. Ooh, just one sec. I realized something. Just a little more setup here. Okay. And unpause. That is not my turn, so let's get over. So what I noticed immediately is I just barely did a little drive in the test one that I set up without Pro Mods to see how my frame rate would be. That Pro Mods just add so much to the game, and it was like, sure I can stream at 60 frames, but with all the loss of complexity, is it really worth it? And I'm voting no. Now, I guess if people would rather see me stream at 60 frames without Pro Mods, I could do that. But I just don't think I would enjoy it as much, and in that case, engine brake. In that case, I'm actually more interested. Ooh, this is a tight corner. I'm actually more interested in my enjoyment of play, I think, than whether anybody wants to watch me. So in that case, I would much rather play with Pro Mods. Ooh, I almost hit that sign. That was really close. So I guess I say, well, I guess I could stream without Pro Mods if people wanted me to, but the truth of the matter is, I don't think I want to. In that case, I would probably just hop over to American Truck and stream over there. Because I can hold 60 frames over there, and I also don't have Pro Mods over there because, well, it doesn't exist on that side of the board. Stop too soon. Get going here on the toll road. I would, yep, I just think I would prefer Pro Mods as no Pro Mods. So, and I was kind of looking today trying to figure out what kind of streamers there are who even stream on Euro Truck, and what I was noticing is that most of them, the vast majority of them, are doing multiplayer, which, just from my watching, and maybe it's because I've only watched these, you know, highlights of multiplayer where everybody's just going crazy, I just don't have much desire to drive a truck. Like, that's not my idea of fun. So I don't think that I would have much fun with the multiplayer. And again, if I'm not having fun, what's the point of streaming? So, so I was looking at that, and what I noticed was there were a lot of people who were crazy, you know, just driving very crazy in multiplayer oftentimes. And you know what? That's not my driving style. This is my chance to relax after work, and I'm just not gonna, I just don't drive like that. That's not, I see it as a simulator, and that's what it is. I've been watching some of Jeff Favignano's videos, and that's more of my style than going crazy and seeing, you know, how fast I can make a delivery or whatever the case is. And this is my exit. So I guess if that's not your style, then there's other streams out there that do that, and you're welcome to go watch those ones, because that is not my style. I am not an arcade player. That I don't like Fast and Furious. In fact, I mean, I play Dark Souls and different things, and I've got a few videos up of that. But as you can see, if you watch them, I'm a very slow player, I guess, on Dark Souls as well. I played Dark Souls for quite a long time now, thanks to my brother-in-law, who has a streaming channel and that he hasn't done much on for a while, but he streamed his blind run playthrough of Dark Souls, and that got me interested in Dark Souls, and that's how I got started playing Dark Souls. And he played through it in, I mean, Dark Souls is a long game, but he played through it in a couple of months, and I started playing back then, and I'm still, I don't know, about to head down to the Skelly, down to Nito and whatnot, so I'm very much a slow player, and when I do play, I crawl through. Actually, trying to think, I did just beat Ornstein and Smog, but I take things slowly, and part of that is just the fact that that's what I find relaxing. Gaming is not my job, it's my relaxation, and so I'm gonna do what's enjoyable, and that's that. So I usually hold about 84. I don't like to get the tickets, so that keeps me ticket free most of the time, assuming I don't miss a speed limit sign. But anyway, we are driving around in beautiful Italy. I have never been to this part of the world. I've been up to Germany. I actually lived up there for a couple of years in my younger days. And so I've had some experience in Germany, but I've never visited Italy. I really wish that I don't know, felt like I could have done that when I was in Germany, but no such luck. But I do have a sibling who visited Italy for a few months, and I think she was up in this area, northern Italy, not down in Rome or something. She was up in northern Italy. I just find this place very beautiful, and Pro Mods really does it more justice than the stock game is. Sound like a Pro Mods fanboy here. But they've done some amazing things on the map here, even if it does knock me down to 30 frames. Which is really, I mean, I feel like with tweaking a few of the graphics, I should be able to do a whole lot better. But because I'm only at like 50% GPU usage, but I cannot hold much more than about 42 frames, and then they're all over the place. So I'd rather just go ahead and do 30 frames instead. Let's kick on the retarder. Not quite the lineup here. I'm going to go a little bit wider, actually, so I don't nick my trailer over there. Ooh. And all the traffic here is starting to... I do have a traffic mod on, which I think is adding some extra traffic. And you know, I do wonder if maybe if I turned off the traffic mod, if maybe things would improve. Because Pro Mods obviously adds to the complexity of the map, but if I've got the traffic mod on generating a lot more traffic, that might also be a part of the problem, which I hadn't thought about as I was testing earlier, because I did not test with any traffic mods when I was doing it. Maybe before my next stream I'm going to mess with that and see what I get out if I disable the traffic mod. Okay, back on the road. Let's get up to speed. 3 low. Go for 4 low. And then 4 high. 5 low. 5 high. And I do not want to be over there. Actually, yes I do. I do want to be over here. And actually, I probably want to get over here. Okay, let's do some retarder here. These narrow exits and on-ramps are a big difference from American truck, that's for sure. Those have big wide on-ramps and exit ramps. And that's not always a bad thing. There are some of these times that I've got a long trailer on here and it seems just a little bit much to try and squeeze it down and get around all the corners. But it definitely makes for an interesting drive. I couldn't say if it was a realistic drive because, again, I've never been to Italy. I have driven in Europe, but I've never, I've totally been skipping my gears, but I've never driven a semi-truck in Europe, lorry or an LKW. So that's not something I have experience with, but I do remember even in my little Opel Corsa that roads felt pretty narrow. So I would assume that in a big rigger like this, it would seem even more so. Okay, and the light turned before we got there. That's good. You know what? I should have turned there. You know, I can go explore after I drop off my trailer. Anyway, I got to look around here. Cool. And we've got another light that turned. I'm timing these lights pretty well, except this one's the one I'm turning at, so I don't want to skip it here. Let's drop a gear, turn signals. Speaking of narrow roads. Ooh. Looks like we're right up ahead. Here's our delivery. TNT. This is us? Get out of here before he gets there. Okay, now we get to see how well I do at backing my trailer. At least it's a bright area for the most part. Okay. Parking brake. Where does he need it? Right there. I can do that, I think. Okay. So, we're going to come down. I'm going to pull up my tag axle. And I turn Toby back on. We'll see if it helps me in my parking part. And then we'll turn really, really sharp here. You know, I'm pretty sure that I do all this wrong. Okay, we're gonna just out of curiosity. Yeah, see, I do it all wrong when I try and back up. After watching, like I said, Jeff Fabiano play some, I think, you know what? I'm not setting these up right. That's I think that's one of my biggest problems I face with parking is if you don't set it up right, then you're never going to make it. So let's see if there's, so if I come that way, and then I say, let's go forward again. Okay, so how are we looking? You know what, that's not too bad, I think. Looks like I'm doing a blindside setup. that is so far away that I have a hard time telling whether I'm even anywhere close to right. Is that my trailer? Am I that far around? Okay. Let's straighten this out. Man, I did not think I was nearly that far around. Okay. Let's go back over to that side now. And now, okay, we're going to do a walk around here. Where am I at? Okay. I think what I need to do is just go hard right. Oh, no, that's backwards. Hard right. Don't need my crawler gear. And then straighten it out the best I can. See what we get out of that. Use my little front mirror. Okay. Okay, now walk around here. Okay, I'm almost there. So if I can just straighten it out, then I've got it. Okay. Okay, am I hitting? I'm not nearly as straight as I thought I was. Ah. Really? I hate parking in the dark, and I almost always end up parking in the dark. Okay, so let's bring that guy around that way some. Okay. And I actually need to bring him just a little bit more. I'm still not there, huh? I'm a whole hell of a lot closer, though. Okay. Okay, now follow it in, follow it in. Okay. So how good is it? After 3 tries, 5 tries, whatever that was, it's halfway acceptable. Let's see if I can straighten it out just a little bit. Okay, I think that's better. That looks pretty decent now. Okay. In that case, we'll go like that. We'll go ahead and drop our trailer. Late. Really late. Still made some money though. Okay. So I am, well, we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and stream another delivery. Although I think I'm going to break these into 2 videos. Yeah. Thanks anybody that watched. I'm going to go ahead and just kill this stream and start up another one.